Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile with a message for everyone paying big wireless way too much. Please, for the love of everything good in this world, stop. With Mint, you can get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Of course, if you enjoy overpaying, no judgments, but that's weird. Okay, one judgment. Anyway, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
On today's Smart 7, France and the UK plan peacekeeping force, Trump's tariffs spark a war of words and much more. It's Friday 28th of March, it's Hot Tub Day and happy birthday, Lady Gaga.
The Smart 7. It's news, but not the news.
Thursday saw European leaders and allies gather with Ukrainian President Zelensky in Paris as the so-called coalition of the willing pushed ahead with plans to secure Ukraine's future. With a US-backed ceasefire stalled, French President Macron says no sanctions will be lifted on Russia by the European side, and that plans are advancing for a joint French-British peacekeeping force. President Zelensky upped the stakes, declaring that Putin would die soon, and claimed the Russian leader isn't interested in peace.
What blockage? Just one, Russia, and namely Putin. It's all very simple. He's not ready for direct talks. We're not afraid of anything. I'm not afraid of any format of talks.
UK PM Starmer confirmed that army chiefs from the UK, France and Germany will travel to Kyiv next to help plan support for Ukraine's army and ramp up military supplies.
What came out most strongly from the meeting was so many countries standing, as they've stood for over 3 years now, with Ukraine standing in this crucial moment for as long as it takes.
Donald Trump has confirmed that April 2nd will see a 25% tariff on all cars imported into the United States and teased that he's planning more tariffs on goods including pharmaceuticals as he ramps up his trade war. The reaction from allies and trading partners was almost universally negative, with Germany saying it will not give in, and Canadian PM Mark Carney said the old relationship with the US is over and that he intends to reply with tariffs of his own. The EU pushed back too, with spokesman for economic security and trade Olaf Gill still hoping that a negotiated solution can be found.
If necessary, we will deliver a firm, proportionate, robust and well-calibrated and timely response to any unfair and counterproductive measures from the US.
Trump's administration has refused to acknowledge the likely inflationary effects of tariffs and is pushing ahead despite poor poll numbers for the president on the economy. The UK has so far maintained a cautious approach, but Richard Hughes, the chair of the Office of Budgetary Responsibility, says things look worrying.
In a worst-case scenario, where the US were to levy 20% tariffs, additional 20% tariffs across the world, and the UK were to retaliate, that would mean that we lose around 1% of GDP at its peak and around 0.75% of GDP over the medium term.
New figures released on Thursday suggested that 4.5 million children in the UK are living in poverty, an alarming figure that follows on from almost $5 billion in welfare cuts delivered as part of Chancellor Rachel Reeves' spring statement. There were also warnings from economists and think tanks that the volatile international environment, including Donald Trump's tariff war, may see the economy worsen and make tax rises inevitable by the autumn. Worst of all, it's not clear that the proposed welfare reforms go far enough to shift the system, while the government may well face a backbench revolt when it comes to a vote. Deputy Lib Dem leader Daisy Cooper says the notion that big tech might also get a tax cut suggests that Reeves has lost her way.
I think that this is going to be a false economy. I think it could backfire. And as I say, I think it's also deeply cruel. And I think if the government was planning to reduce the digital services tax whilst at the same time cutting support for disabled people, I think they're at very real risk of losing their moral compass.
As Signalgate rolls on, President Donald Trump has so far refused to fire either Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth or National Security Advisor Mike Waltz, who added the editor of The Atlantic to a top-secret group chat. There is growing concern amongst the US military, and the Senate Armed Services Committee has now sent a bipartisan letter to the acting Pentagon Inspector General requesting a formal investigation. Meanwhile, RFK Jr. announced that he's planning to cut 10,000 jobs in the health department, and Elon Musk appeared on Fox to explain his ambitions for the US budget, which is to save $1 trillion. He'd also got the memo about being nice to the president.
I think the president is a good man. I think he is an honest man, and I've yet to see him do anything mean or anything that is wrong, that I would say morally wrong.
Still to come on today's Smart 7, in association with Metro, Chelsea women stun City, and Leonardo DiCaprio turns revolutionary. Right after this.
Hey, you know what would make your customer service help desk way better? Dumping it and then switching to Intercom. But you're not quite ready to make that change. We get it. That's why Finn, the world's leading AI customer service agent, is now available on every help desk. Finn can instantly resolve up to 80% of your tickets, which makes your customers happier and gets you off the customer service rep hiring treadmill. Finn by Intercom, the leading customer service AI agent, now available on every help desk.
Welcome back. Thursday night saw the second set of quarter-finals for the Women's Champions League, with Chelsea and Man City facing each other for the fourth time in 13 days. City had a 2-0 lead from the first leg, but Chelsea women turned things around, much like Arsenal on Wednesday night, and the game finished with a 3-0 win for Chelsea that sees them face Barcelona in the semi-finals. And while we still have 2 weeks to go until this year's Masters Golf tees off in Augusta, it seems Rory McIlroy can't wait to get started. He was a surprise visitor to the famous course at Augusta National this week, but he says it's a handy way to catch up and scout the course before all the crowds arrive.
For me, it's nice to play a practice round without people around, and it sort of takes the pressure off the start of the week for me. There's a lot of obligations, there's big commitments, whether it be from media or the par 3 tournament on Wednesday. So I just like to get up there and feel like I'm not rushed.
The new season of Doctor Who is on the way to the BBC and Disney+. It's due to drop on the 12th of April. As part of the promotional campaign, teaser trailers have been popping up on the BBC, which see the Doctor and the TARDIS dropping into other BBC shows, including EastEnders and The Apprentice. Ncuti Gatwa is back as the 15th Doctor, and he was in the States to chat with Jimmy Fallon as the show now airs on Disney+, and is picking up new American fans. He explained the plot for season 2 to his American audience.
It's just madness, adventures, monsters. But this season, they can't get back to Earth. And so the whole season follows that. Wow. And all the adventures that follow.
We haven't seen a whole lot of Leonardo DiCaprio recently, not since 2023's Killers of the Flower Moon. And to be honest, when you first see him in the trailer for new movie One Battle After Another, you mightn't recognise him. DiCaprio plays a slightly unhinged revolutionary in Paul Thomas Anderson's new movie, which also features Regina Hall, Teyana Taylor, Sean Penn and Benicio del Toro. It looks like a chaotic tale, and it hits cinemas in September.
I need you, brother. Sensei, please.
Courage, Bob. Courage.
That's it. Courage. Yeah. Thank you. Hey, thank you, Sensei. Thank you, Sensei. Thank you. God damn it. Viva la revolution!
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes and we'll give you the world.
Hey, this is Jonathan Fields, host of The Good Life Project. Today's sponsor, Boost Mobile, reminds me of what I love when someone reimagines what's possible. They have invested billions in building America's newest 5G network, becoming the country's 4th major carrier. They are doing things differently, offering a $25 monthly unlimited plan that never increases in price, and letting you try their service risk-free for 30 days. With blazing fast 5G and plans for all the latest devices, they're changing the game. Visit your nearest Boost Mobile store or find them online at boostmobile.com.